The crowd was already electric, but no one was prepared for this. In the middle of Coachella 2026, as Justin Bieber poured his soul onto the stage, a single unexpected appearance turned the night into pure chaos. When Kylie Jenner stepped into view, fans didn't just scream, they lost control. The desert air of India was thick with anticipation. Thousands of fans, hearts pounding in sync, eyes locked on the stage. Because tonight wasn't just another performance. It was Justin Bieber's moment. As the first notes echoed across the festival grounds, the energy shifted instantly. There's something about Justin's voice, raw, emotional, almost vulnerable, that pulls people in. And on this night, he wasn't just singing. He was telling a story of growth, of survival, of love, loss, and redemption. Fans swayed, some cried, others screamed every lyric like it was their own confession. This wasn't just Coachella. This was a shared emotional experience. But just as the performance reached a peak, something unexpected began to ripple through the crowd. At first, it was subtle, a few heads turning, phones lifting not toward the stage, but somewhere else. Then suddenly, a wave. A surge of whispers turning into screams. Because in the VIP section, someone had arrived. And not just anyone. It was Kylie Jenner. The moment Kylie Jenner was spotted, everything changed. Fans who were already overwhelmed by Justin's performance suddenly found themselves caught in a second emotional explosion. Cameras zoomed, voices rose. The internet, within seconds, began to ignite. Kylie didn't make a grand entrance. No announcement, no spotlight. And yet, her presence commanded everything. Dressed in a look that fans quickly interpreted as a subtle tribute, she stood there, watching, focused, intent, not as a celebrity, but as someone supporting. And that's what hit fans the hardest. Because this wasn't about attention. This was about connection. Standing near her were familiar faces, Kendall Jenner, effortlessly composed, and Hailey Bieber, whose quiet presence carried its own emotional weight. Beside them, Stassie Karanikolaou, a constant figure in Kylie's inner circle, completed the picture. Together, they formed something more than a group. They represented a world, intertwined, loyal, and deeply connected. And fans noticed. They didn't just see celebrities. They saw relationships, history, moments that existed long before the cameras ever arrived. Back on stage, Justin Bieber stood beneath the blazing lights, yet somehow, it felt like he was standing in the quiet center of something deeply personal. The music didn't just play, it pulsed. Through the speakers, through the crowd, through every heart that had come to witness this moment. And even as whispers of Kylie Jenner's presence spread like wildfire through the audience, Justin never broke his rhythm. If anything, he went deeper. His voice carried a kind of weight that night, fragile, but powerful. There was a slight tremble in certain notes, the kind you can't fake. The kind that tells you this isn't just performance, it's emotions spilling over. Fans felt it instantly. Some stopped recording. Some just stared. Some cried without even realizing when it started. Because this wasn't about spectacle anymore. This was about connection. And then came a moment, brief, almost invisible. Justin paused between lyrics, just for a second. But in that second, the entire crowd held its breath. Was he aware? Did he know who was watching from just beyond the stage lights? No one could say for sure. But the energy shifted. It was as if the presence of familiar faces, of people who had been part of his journey in different chapters of life, added another emotional layer to everything unfolding on that stage. The cheers didn't stop. They grew louder. Not divided between Justin and Kylie, but unified. Because in that moment, it didn't feel like two separate spotlights. It felt like one shared story. What made the night resonate even deeper wasn't just who showed up. It was why it mattered. The connection between Kylie Jenner and Justin Bieber has always existed quietly in the background of public life. Never forced, never overly displayed. But moments like this bring that connection into focus. Not through words, but through presence. Standing beside Kylie, Hailey Bieber remained calm, composed, yet undeniably significant. There was something powerful about seeing her there, not as a headline, not as a narrative, but simply as support. No tension, no performance, just stillness in the middle of chaos. Nearby, Kendall Jenner observed with a quiet confidence, while Stassie Karanikolaou stayed close, familiar, grounding, part of a circle that has existed long before this night. Together, they formed something almost cinematic, a reminder that behind every global icon, there are real relationships, real bonds, real people who show up when it matters. And fans, especially those who have followed these lives for years, felt that deeply. Because in a culture often driven by headlines and speculation, this moment asked for none of that. It didn't explain itself. It didn't need to. It simply existed. And that's what made it powerful. As the night slowly began to settle, the desert air carried echoes of something more than just music. It carried memory, the kind that doesn't fade when the stage lights dim, but lingers quietly in the hearts of those who were there and those who watched from afar. Coachella 2026 has always been a place for unforgettable performances. But this moment felt different, because it wasn't planned to be iconic. It became iconic because it was real. When Kylie Jenner chose to be there, without announcement, without spectacle, it shifted the meaning of everything happening around her. And when Justin Bieber stood on that stage, giving everything he had, it completed the picture. Two worlds, one moment, connected not by headlines but by history. Fans didn't just walk away talking about the music. They talked about the feeling, the way the crowd erupted without warning, the way emotions rose without explanation, the way something so simple, just being there, could mean so much. And maybe that's why the screams felt louder than usual. Not because of fame, not because of surprise, but because, for a brief moment in time, everything felt genuine. So as the final echoes disappeared into the night, one question remained in the hearts of fans everywhere. How often do we get to witness something this real in a world that so often feels rehearsed? And more importantly, will we ever feel a moment like this again?